Chile doesn't spread outward, it stretches. A thin line pressed against the edge of South America, caught between the tallest mountains on the continent and the widest ocean on Earth. Here, the land doesn't change gently, it transforms vertically. In the north, rain is a rumor. The ground cracks beneath a sun that never apologizes. In the south, ice grinds mountains into silence, and the wind never stops moving. Chile is not a destination you cross, it's a journey you descend through. Desert becomes valley, valley becomes forest, forest becomes ice. Each shift feels like crossing into a different world, with its own rhythm, its own history, its own way of surviving. People here don't live on the land, they live between forces. Earthquakes remind them the ground can betray them. The ocean teaches patience and fear. The Andes stand constant, watching everything. To travel Chile is to feel scale differently. Distance stretches time. Nature resets perspective. This is a country measured not in width, but in depth. A land of extremes stacked like chapters, each one demanding attention, humility, and presence. This is a journey from the driest place on Earth to the edge of the world. Welcome to Chile. The journey begins where water disappears. In northern Chile, the Atacama Desert stretches out like a challenge, a place so dry that parts of it haven't felt rain in recorded history. The sun burns without drama, the sky stays clear, almost cruelly perfect, and the land breaks apart under the weight of time. Salt flats glow white against rust-colored hills. Volcanoes rise quietly in the distance, watching over plains that feel closer to Mars than Earth. At night, the desert turns cold and vast, revealing one of the clearest skies on the planet, stars spilling across darkness without obstruction. And yet, life persists. Flamingos gather in mineral-rich lagoons. Ancient cultures carved survival out of nothing, following water that existed only briefly, carefully, rarely. Mining towns rose and fell, leaving behind rusted bones and abandoned streets swallowed by dust. Here, Chile teaches its first lesson. Scarcity sharpens awareness. Every drop matters. Every shadow offers relief. Every movement is deliberate. Standing in the Atacama, you don't feel invited, you feel tested, and that's exactly the point. This desert doesn't want admiration, it demands respect. As the road pulls south, the ground slowly softens, colors deepen, green begins to appear. Hesitant at first, then undeniable. Chile doesn't transition gently. It shifts like turning a page. And the next chapter rises straight into the sky. The road lifts, air thins, and suddenly, the sky feels closer than the ground. The Andes rise like a wall, not just of stone, but of time. They stretch the entire length of the country, a backbone so vast it reshaped borders, weather, history, and imagination. These mountains are not decorative. They decide things: where people can live, how trade moves, which storms arrive, and which never cross. Snow crowns the peaks year-round, even as valleys below bloom. Ancient trails wind through passes once used by messengers and caravans, long before asphalt tried to tame the climb. Every step upward carries a reminder: progress here has always come at a cost. From these heights, Chile looks narrow, almost fragile, pressed between rock and ocean. You feel how small cities are, how temporary, how dependent. The Andes don't rush, they don't adapt. They wait. They watched empires rise and fall. They watch borders shift and names change. They remain unmoved. For generations, these mountains offered protection and isolation in equal measure, a shield from invasion, a barrier to connection. Cultures formed in their shadows, learning self-reliance, patience, and respect for altitude and weather. Standing here, the lesson is unavoidable. Not all obstacles are meant to be overcome. Some exist to define who you become while living beside them. As the journey continues south, cliffs give way to beaches. Cities grow larger. The human presence thickens. Ahead lies Chile's urban spine, a place where geography and ambition collide. Santiago exists in tension. Pressed tightly between the Andes and the coast, the city rises from a basin of dust and ambition, a place where geography never lets you forget where you stand. Mountains frame every direction. On clear days, they feel close enough to touch. On smog-filled mornings, they vanish completely, a reminder that even permanence can disappear. This is Chile's human spine, the center of gravity where history, power, protest, creativity, and inequality all collide. Santiago moves faster than the rest of the country. Traffic hums. Conversations overlap. Construction never fully stops. Yet beneath the pace, the land still dominates. Earthquakes are not distant memories here. They are expected guests. Buildings flex, codes adapt. people learn to live with the knowledge that the ground can shift at any moment. The city reflects Chile's contradictions. Modern glass towers rise beside colonial facades. Street art covers concrete with memory and resistance. Markets pulse with color and sound. Fruit, fish, voices layered like the country itself. This is where rural Chile comes to negotiate with modern life, where traditions are tested, where futures are argued over in public squares. Santiago doesn't offer escape from Chile's extremes. It concentrates them. You feel the pressure to move forward, to build, to grow, to redefine. But the mountains remain, unmoved, watching every attempt. Living here means learning balance again, between speed and stillness, between ambition and acceptance. As the road pulls south, the city releases its grip. The trees begin to thin, the wind grows sharper, the roads stretch wider and emptier. Ahead lies the land where scale overwhelms comfort, where the map opens up and human presence fades. The journey moves toward the edge. Patagonia doesn't welcome you. It confronts you. The land opens up suddenly, forests falling away into vast plains where the wind moves unchecked, bending grass and thought alike. Distances stretch beyond comfort. Roads feel provisional, as if the earth might erase them overnight. Here, scale becomes overwhelming. Jagged mountains tear into the sky without symmetry or apology. Glaciers spill slowly through valleys, grinding rock into silence. Lakes shift color by the hour, steel gray, deep blue, sudden turquoise, depending on mood, light, and weather. And the wind never stops. It howls across open land, presses against your body, steals words before they form. You don't walk through Patagonia, you lean through it. Human presence feels temporary here. A fence, a shelter, a single light glowing against miles of dark. Ranchers and travelers alike learn the same lesson quickly. Control is an illusion. You adjust plans. You wait out storms. You respect weather not as inconvenience, but as authority. This is where Chile sheds all excess. No noise, no shortcuts, no guarantees, only raw elements and honest distance. Standing here, you stop measuring progress by miles. You measure it by endurance, by attention, by how small you're willing to feel without panic. Patagonia doesn't reward speed. It rewards presence. Chile cannot be understood in one moment. It reveals itself gradually. North to south, dryness to ice, noise to silence. Desert teaches restraint. Mountains teach humility. The ocean teaches rhythm. Cities teach tension. Forests teach patience, and the far south teaches acceptance. This country is long not because of geography, but because every place asks something different of you. Chile doesn't rush transformation, it lets distance do the work. You leave with a stretched sense of scale, with patience you didn't know you had, with a deeper respect for land that refuses to be simplified. And if journeys like this speak to you, places that reshape perspective, not just itineraries, Atlas Reverie is where the journey continues. More lands shaped by extremes, more stories written by geography, more quiet moments that stay with you long after the road ends. Because Chile isn't meant to be crossed quickly, it's meant to be felt slowly. And once you've traveled its length, the world never feels quite the same size again.